Hey everyone, welcome to Uncomplicate by Freshworks, where we answer one question every day with one expert. Today we have Tom Williams, who is the CEO of DealPoint. Welcome to Uncomplicate, Tom.
Hi there. Nice to meet you guys.
Same here. So today's topic is a pretty interesting one. For starters, it's regarding sales. So as an industry, we've always focused on top of the funnel, right? But Tom is here to talk about focusing on mid part of the funnel, where disqualification, or rather mutual disqualification, as Tom calls it, becomes pretty important. So what is it, Tom, and how do we go about it?
Hi, Praveen. Yeah, thanks again for having me on. We think that a lot of time gets spent bringing new leads into the funnel, and then everybody has the experience of just working a bad deal to death. And the problem with that is that either the rep is hearing with happy ears, yes, this deal is going to happen no matter what, or there aren't enough leads and they're just working something knowing that it's never going to succeed. But the problem is for every additional week that you spend on a deal, that's an additional week that you could be spending prospecting new business. So we think it's super, super important to have a good process in place at any organization of what makes a well-qualified person. And I think that the biggest mistake that I see is you often have a sales opportunity process, and at the top of one of the opportunity stages is qualified. And the big mistake is that you can be qualified today, but things change over the course of a sales cycle. So just because you're qualified on day one, it doesn't mean that the prospect is qualified on day 10. So it's really, really important that at multiple stages throughout the sale, you're asking yourself, is this person still a well-qualified prospect for me to be spending my very, very valuable time on?
Okay. So if I'm getting this right, it's just not about qualifying a lead at the start of the funnel, but also qualifying it at every stage, right? But how does
people think it's like you've been sainted. And like once you get sainted by the Pope, now I'm a saint. But that is not how prospecting works. You learn more information as the deal goes on. Okay. And if you have a set of rules across the organization, what makes them qualified over time, then it's a lot easier for individual reps to let go.
Okay. So, for people who are just beginning with the process of disqualification, as you call it, what are some signals, or, what are some of the things that they need to look for, Tom, so that, they're effective with the disqualification process?
Well, traditionally, people look at things like how long have they been in the sales cycle versus how long they should be, or they won't call me back, which is a classic. Like they won't call me back, but they said they were interested, so I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
But we believe a much stronger set of criteria are around the buyer-centric perspective. So who is the buyer? Do you really, really know who the buyers are? And not just the single buyer, but all of the buyers across that buying decision-making team. Second, do you know what their initiatives are? So what are the problems that they're trying to solve inside their organization? And again, to a greater and greater degree. And then third, do you know what their buying process is? So do they have a purchasing department? Do they have set budgets that they're never allowed to break? And you're not going to know all those things on day one, because nobody would tell you, who signs the checks on day one. But that's why over time you need to build a bigger and bigger picture of these, of the buying process, the buying team, and the buying initiatives. If you have all those and they consistently line up, then you've got a good deal. Okay. And if you don't, then it's one of the really cool things about disqualification is if you can go to a prospect and say, I know we spent a month together, but we're not right for you. That builds up so much credibility in your organization, because it shows that you really are thinking about the prospect's best interests. And I promise they will call you first next time they have a problem in your domain.
Okay, awesome. I think the biggest takeaway for me was, holding, or, rather telling your prospect that, we are not the right partners for you, and probably, making a more qualified lead for the next time they're looking for a solution. So, yeah. So thanks for joining for Uncomplicate, Tom. It was a lot of fun talking to you, and this is Praveen signing off. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.